here we want to get, we obviously have 22 turns. And we need to capture all 5 victory hexes, and if we can, get a bonus raid Sarajevo. So I think we can do this quite readily, like the German army itself could do it. Let's... do we care? Yeah, I guess. Well... just thinking about wanting to take several of these things down. Yeah. We can move over into the swamp to be ready to assault there. Hey, Scooter. This way now we have a supply much more through here. And we want to continue here, but we're going to just see about. Yeah. These guys. Let's get them off the bridge. Yeah. Okay. So next turn we'll be able to come after these dual purpose guns. Now, I was just reading a bit more about the Yugoslavian situation and why, shall we say, it collapsed so fast, and it really did, I would say. Let's put that up there. And one thing you really have to, and I thought, am I coming off as some sort of anti-Yugoslav person, and I'm not, but there really, in my opinion, wasn't a Yugoslavia. There was Greater Serbia. And that could be seen in things like, there was, I don't know, it was something like 130 plus generals in the Yugoslavian army. And it was something like all but 3 or 4 of them were Serbs. And the officer corps was incredibly Serb. And so the other ethnic groups within Yugoslavia did not have a significant role in the country outside of a, you know, a local role of some sort. You can see how best, okay, how best to do the dance. Okay, now they'll be in trucks, so no, I guess we'll move forward and continue to push there. These guys can come up here and suppress them. What I would like to do is get that unit so much so that we get an overrun. Good. Yeah, I like this positioning. Maybe we can get a second overrun. Down here, secure the airport, and not quite overrun them, but we'll let them fall back to there. And I think that's an important factor. I mean, there are other factors for sure with Yugoslavia. Things like they largely didn't make their own arms. And that's a big thing. If you don't have a country's set up industrially to deal with it, I was hoping to shoot them down with my fighters. What 110s, they should be able to attack. Yes, okay. Like to save the paratroopers. We have this. I intentionally didn't use much AA, just looking at the idea of not expecting the Yugoslavs to have much in the way of effective air force. And like on that, they had a real mix of air power. Some German, they had some 109Es, meals, and they had some Hawker Hurricanes. So, and you know, like 70, I think, some number about like that for the 109s, and fair number of the Hurricanes. So they were a real sort of mixed force, and that does cause a nation problems. Yeah, keep pushing on them. Now we have an overrun here. I think we will. You can't attack there. Let's just move it this way. Hey, Van Bishop, good to have you here. And hello, H-Stakes or H-Stakes, I'm not sure. How you doing today? Speed and velocity of attack is an important thing. Okay, well, now that they've moved there, we can take here, take them down next turn, hopefully. Well, very good day here. I am not playing on the greatest difficulty level, but that does sound like a bit of an achievement you've got there. Okay, I don't want, because we're still facing some enemy air power here, I don't want to be caught with these artillery pieces in chunks, because they will be hammered harder. Okay, but so we'll move to there. Well, we have some engineers coming here, so let's use them to deal with this. And we'll bring these guys forward to here. These guys can come down and escort. These bombers. And so, from reports again on Wikipedia, it was talking that the only forces that or gave significant resistance to the Germans. I don't want to say that they were going to win or anything, but really they put up a hard fight. Were predominantly Serbian forces, forces that were almost exclusively Serbian in Serbia. So either because they were like Croat divisions with, there was actually, even before the Germans' invasion, a rebellion of, I think it was a regiment or two of Croat troops with Serb officers just a few days before that threw out all their Serb officers and were moving and taking over a few towns locally. And other units that hadn't quite got to that stage yet, but with the German invasion was like, yeah, no, I'm not fighting for Serbia. And so there was a real sort of push there to not put up strong resistance. So we do have a little pockets here. We've got here, we will see about raiding Sarajevo, which is in at least modern day Bosnia-Herzegovina. Don't know how it was organized back then, but okay, let's. Air power's coming and then coming back. Like I was worried they're going to have to make children, which I figured they would. Okay, they got some troops up here. What are these guys? Oh, there's a cavalry. Do like the graphics on it. Okay, well now. Go straight after the fucker. This one most likely will be too far away, yeah. But at least they're getting punished to some degree. Okay. This look different than some of these other guys. Okay, well. Hoping they push them right to here. Okay, don't have any more movement? Even with the overrun, okay. Okay, next turn with the infantry, I think we'll be able to reduce that down. Okay, you come here just so we take that. Get supply throughput there. This is a supply source back there, and we need to link it up. Now over here, engineers, take out the fortifications. And you didn't, guys, you didn't. Wow. Yeah, rockets aren't good on forts. Right, well, okay. We've got that. Well, we have reconnaissance. Oh, yes, shows me where there's some forces there. And where there's a bunch more forces. Hello. Hello. Okay. Line of defense. I was sort of expecting it to be down here somewhere. And around here, but okay. That informs me a lot, so I will not blunder into that. We now have this airport here. What I think we're going to do is move our forces forward to the airport. Whether they could operate this turn on a target effectively or not, I think it is more important to get you down here. Okay. Wait. Okay, good. And there we go. These guys will come here. Hopefully kill them off so we can overrun. Oh, well. Let's see if this will work. They're probably gonna retreat. Yep. Damn. Okay, I was hoping to get a second attack in with them. Sometimes things don't work out as well as you hope. Ave, Sharkloft, how you doing? have this fairly decent line. Looks like they got all of Yugoslavia's tanks, which were made up mostly of the R-35 that was their modern tank. They had, I think it was like 2 tank battalions or some formation like that. About 100 tanks in total, I understand. So I don't know how you want to label them. And one of FT-17s, so they weren't terribly modern. Okay, so what I want to do here, we have the time, we're going to take the time, we're going to be smart about this. They're going to move up to there. These guys are going to come through to here. That'd make a good attack. And yeah, stay and watch there. Now that these guys can move out. Okay, all this artillery I brought to go through this really hard defensive line wasn't that hard to get through. You got 3 batteries, I should say. Let's get them. And they can make 1 effective attack against them. Forgot about that artillery piece. Yeah, it's worth just killing it. Okay, good. I'll get an overrun to come right back here to guard the bridge, keep them from coming back for the victory hex. From Krita to the world. Hello. Yeah, cool. You know, I really do love Panzer Corps too. It's a good game. Love Panzer Corps. Love old Panzer General. Way back in the day. Right, so we've got Belgrade, their capital. We've got to push down to there. I think we can do this. Yep, like I knew they would, they'd come after. They got high ground over that bird. And they're coming after the tanks. Oh, they even brought in their fighters again. Well, how interesting. Well, they're really pushing on these guys. Run away, your reconnaissance. Oh, they even did move out. I didn't expect them to move out after the truck. Okay, heroic defense level 1 board survivor. As long as the unit has more than 1 strength, it will always survive an attack. Very good. And has been decorated heroic defense level 2, ground defense survivor. Okay, wow. And it did retreat out. Good with the attack. We want the retreat. Now we are going to come over here with our fighters and we're going to hopefully shoot them down. Didn't shoot them all the way down. We want them all the way shot down. Oh, no. Undo. Let's come over here where we can bring them down. Wow, very interesting. Yeah, no, this game has a long legacy for me. Right, okay. Even though we don't have fighter cover, I think we've eliminated... Well, they do have those fighters there. But I think we're going to risk it here. We're going to come in... Pound these guys. No, we're going to use these guys as... fighters in essence. Take out these 20 millimeters. Go back and forth between being. And we have our HE-111s. Fly back home to be a little more protected. Fire suppress. Fire to suppress them. But burn them a bit, and hopefully, yes. I'm gonna just take them out. There we go, securing the flank. Maybe another unit over here, we'll check that out eventually. Well, we'll wait to move this here. I do like the rocket better, partially just because of the cool graphics, but we've got our overrun, and we're going to strike there, which doesn't give me a second overrun. Damn. Oh well, we'll retreat back out so we can move something else in. These guys, yeah, that'll be good enough. Now this fortress over here. Oh, can't get back to there. Okay. Well, good. You know, we have all this artillery over here that's just not close enough to go after these guys. So it would seem they'll be able to move up and do so. Okay, well, ouch. What? Okay, yeah. German DO-17, Dornier DO-17s, they did read that they bought German bombers as well. Now these guys can overrun and ouch, and we're not going to attack there. Okay, we're going to move up here to protect the artillery. Right, you come to here and get out of your trucks. You come to here. Yeah, don't hang out on the bridge. That isn't a good idea. Okay, so we push them. We got to check out what's over here. So as I said, I think in my last stream, it was a big mistake, in my opinion, for Germany to invade Yugoslavia, to even put such great pressure on it. Because it's not essential for German victory to hold the territory. Territory. Doesn't really gain them anything. They still have very effective access to the Mediterranean through Italy. And it just adds another front to the German war effort. Okay, this is not going well. Run away, your panzers, run away, good. Yes, that's why I had the artillery backing up the artillery, so they all get blasted. I didn't think they were going to come out here either, but... Oh good, they didn't attack they almost destroyed you. Well, they're going to do so. Oh, well, he survived. Wow. I've made some blunders here so far today. And the quality of my troops has been better than the quality of my generalship. Okay, yeah, we'll use the engineers to come up here and just at least look. Okay, we'll take that next turn. You know, my quality of generalship has not been good. Not good at all. Right, well, let's use air power. So we need to support fire. Okay, yeah, we'll use this one. And we'll suppress these guys in town. Well, pilots should know how to be able to shoot down a German airplane well enough. Know its weak spots. Should, I say. And a bridging unit will attack just fine. Let's reinforce these for future preparedness operations. Right, well down here we have our heavy artillery, 210 millimeter. And a nice overrun. And they fell back. Very good. Hey, thanks for following. We really do appreciate it around here. Like I say, a lot of great streamers earlier on. Das Tactic was doing a very good job. Right. Put pressure on the rear of these guys. Okay, I've been contemplating what to do about all of this mess here, and I think the basic strategy of run away is a good one. And if the reconnaissance next to it, let's play this smart. They get reconnaissance bonus. And you guys come up over here so you're no longer being attacked out of the mountains. And they were able to fall back. Oh well. Okay, so mutually supporting fire. Still got to get down to here, still need to take this out. This was our main line of defense that we were seeing. Oh, found some more bombers. Well, hey, thanks for subscribing, being a subscriber here. Okay. Well. Since there really doesn't seem to be much to attack with this aircraft in its range, the fighter, we're going to move you up to, no, hit that, we're going to move you up to this airbase. Send Adolf Galland up here. And our 110s, which were designed as a bomber interceptor. Twin aircraft. Well, not sure about the Blenheim specifically, but we did see the, actually maybe getting healed up, the DO-17s and whatnot. When the early German bomber development, they're the Schnell bomber or the fast bomber. And they were at least conceived, I don't know the specific models and specific dates when they were designed, finalized, but they were conceived in the early days when, even if radar existed in Britain and places like it was still in its infancy, and Germany really didn't understand what its impact was going to be, or most nations didn't yet. So didn't understand what the impact of radar was going to be. And two, most fighters were biplanes. And when you stick more wings on an airplane, you generally slow it down. There's a lot more drag on the aircraft. Still pretty fast, but a lot more drag. So the idea is that they would have a bomber that would fly along, be fast, with like 2 or more engines, monoplane wings, fly, to a city like Belgrade or some other military target, and before the patrolling aircraft, the patrolling aircraft would be up there, and they would see it, and then try to get. Normally, it wouldn't be coming, straight at them. They'd have to get into a chase, and the whole idea is that they would be faster than the fighters, because the fighters were maneuverable, and they couldn't get into position well enough, and so they would come in fast, bomb, and turn around and head home. So, that was the whole idea of the Schnell bomber. Lightly armed, or at least in the early days, no armor, because again, you want them light, go fast, come in there, drop your bombs, just very fast movement. And so, looking at this, the Germans came up with the sort of destroyer concept, which was their main one was the 110 here, BF or ME, Messerschmitt or whatever, but to come in to be fast, but not to be necessarily maneuverable like a fighter. It was to be able to get up into the air, generally if you're going to catch an airplane, it needs to be in the air, and be fast enough to come from behind and catch a fast bomber. And because it was, a fair amount of firepower against what was, even if some of the British and other bombers would have all-round protection, meaning a machine gun in every direction. It does, a machine gun out there doesn't mean that you're going to shoot down the enemy aircraft. And so they were designed to catch up a relatively immaneuverable object, a bomber, and strike it. So in that role, they're actually fairly good. It just, with the advent of things like the the Hawker Hurricane and the Supermarine Spitfire, and of course the ME 109 and whatnot, that you were now getting fighters that were even faster than the bombers with single engine and still relatively maneuverable. Not as maneuverable as a biplane, but much more maneuverable than others. So we're going to come here, carefully look at Sarajevo's defenses, because we want to quote-unquote raid them. So yeah, so the 110 should be rather effective in operation against something like a bomber. Even a ground attack variant that just has more hard points. For carrying bombs, you obviously wouldn't, for an interception mission, you wouldn't load a bunch of bombs. That just slows them down. Oh no, I don't want to do that. You can actually go home, so yeah, you go home. Okay. These guys come up to here. How far can these guys get up? They can get up to there. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to undo that. Let's be smart about this. And the bridging unit there. B-10 and HE-111 were created along the lines of, yeah, outrun the fighters. Of course, you mentioned them in the book. Absolutely, Chaplain. Yeah, bypassing. Yeah. That's a good idea, Van Bishop. That really is. If I continue to push here and down to here. We can push here. I do want to raid Sarajevo, but then come maybe down here, and yeah, that works. Okay, good. We'll see if we can make that happen. Now these guys, we want to elite reinforce you. We can't do them. At least we save the unit. Okay, we're gonna need to deal with him though. Well, I don't, yeah, one's in the mountains we will. The artillery and such, but I think we need to, if we, a lot of artillery fire. I just have phobias about leaving forces in my rear. But you're right, if we do get them isolated, cut them off, that can be a very effective way of speeding up the operation here. Okay, yeah, let's reinforce this. Yeah, I know I'm clicking some of the units more than once. Hello, toy jet. Very well. Kicking Yugoslav butt. And we gotta take these two. That's not fair. That's more tanks than they had. Not exactly. Okay, let's really do like air power in this game. We can do things like that, shift around. We're going to suppress them with these guys. These guys are going to be able to come back here and get out of the way so that we can do a... Oh, would be better. This would be better. Attack on the high ground. And... use the flexibility of air power. Let's grab the fighters from there. And do we have another target out here? But they have anti-aircraft. So I think we're going to avoid attacking that. Well, nope, I don't think the anti-aircraft is going to do much damage to us. It'll probably do some, but hopefully not much. Hello, what is it? Steinitch? Sorry, it's sort of a pale lime color. I can hardly see the characters in your name. Over here. We're going to, no, I want you. We're going to bombard you. We're going to move, which we probably should have moved the reconnaissance troops up first. We're going to attack with you. We're going to move the reconnaissance troops up more. If we come into there with them, or we come into here, we'll come into here with these guys. It's a recon bonus. Which, I don't know, we may just end up taking these guys out. Yes. These guys up for reconnaissance. I think we'll just hit here. Hey Thorn, how you doing? Mine's on dark. I've forgotten what light mode looks like. Well, I'm also talking about the T. It's okay. Ignore the T. Sonach, Irish for fox. Cool. Cool. Shonak. Close more. Shonak. Cool. Gallic is a language I have very little familiarity with, very little. A bit, but not enough really to count for much, as you can tell. Okay, well. Yeah, I don't know. It may just be easier to take these guys out. May. Now here's our next little problem. Okay, reconnaissance, come here. Tell me what's over there. Anti-air looking up in the air, so I don't care about that. Wow, that does not look healthy for attacking into here. Now, hopefully we'll take these guys out entirely. and get an overrun, which we'll just take up. Get the airbase. Well, very good to hear. Yeah, Edmund does a very good job as well. Hopefully you can learn from us. But we're going to move up, block anything coming out of that bridge. We're going to use all this artillery to assault across here and get there. Because I think I want to use my aircraft if they have the range from their current base up here, which they very well might. We'll suppress the AA gun. One of the things this game teaches me, or at least taught me, the old Panzer General version of it, which I consider as just a forerunner to this. It's sort of the dance of supporting fire, attacking, and then yeah, there we go, that's good. You know, a dance of unit types attacking different types of opponents. And I say it that way because between, you know, anti-tank guns, artillery, and their support fire, different types of units themselves, how that all sort of works out. So, you know, it's, yeah, we're at turn 8 of 22, but we have to get down here, and we keep encountering more and more forces, so there very well may be enough delaying forces. I think I just have enough force to be able to take this side bonus well enough, and it was suggested by Van Bishop to just leave these units and encircle them, but they're collapsing fast enough, seeing as I only have 2 artillery pieces and a tank, and you know, I gotta spend a fair amount of forces. Yeah, once you encircle them, yes, you cut off their movement, but still I haven't done that just yet. They decided to attack our heavy infantry out of their city and got shot in the face for it. They tried to come across the bridge. They brought more FT-17s and hurt us somewhat badly. Okay. Now, okay, it's raining, so we don't have air support. Damn. Well, that does, I guess, mean turn to reinforce all of my air units that need it. Okay, so they got reinforced. Now, we have these guys in the hill. They're a bit of a problem. These guys are going to fall back to here. These guys are going to fall back to here. A little better. No, I get pushed back. Very nice. Now we're gonna move these guys up, and so see, if I were to attack here, I get a mass attack bonus from this tank unit. If I were to attack from here, I get a recon bonus. But I won't then later get a mass attack unit if this unit is already attacked. Mass attack is units that haven't attacked yet are supporting. So we're going to do that. But recon is at any time. Now, unfortunately, quite honestly, it retreated. So I don't like that. Because I did want to hit it with this. But maybe this isn't a good idea. Now here, okay, I think the main worries I have are these Renaults. So we're going to hit there. We got the recon bonus, mass attack. They get fired at by the artillery. They got pushed up there. Now I have nothing really to follow up with. So we're going to move into here just to put some pressure on them. Elite reinforcement, that just looks to be what's happening this turn. Now down here, I think with my rockets, mobile artillery, yeah, let's push here. So we got mass attack bonuses. They moved, and I figured they probably would retreat out. I figured they would retreat again. Okay, these guys, they can do better over there. So these guys are going to come down here and punish them. Just for existing, I guess. Now, over here, we were to attack. Okay, they won't get any. See, the tanks would get fire, I think, from the anti-tank gun. So we will... Okay, that's going to be fairly devastating, just as it is. They're probably going to run away. So if we can really hit them hard, we can do that to them. Units on high ground have greater range, so moving him here won't improve the range anywhere around here, because so keeping them up on the high ground is beneficial.